Hey y'all, welcome back to the Pink Envelope. Chilling on my couch. I just finished deciding my fall decorated decor decorate with me. Whoa. Whoa, that was a lot of decorate. But that's what I feel like. I've been working on this for like 3 or 4 days. I wanted to open the box, open the box to see what I'm decorating with. Then I usually take a day or two to run around and see what's out in stores, what are things I liked. I know I have my designs, my color schemes, but what is like the rest of the world doing? So I took a couple days doing that. And then I set everything up. And then, of course, I always sit on it for 24 hours to say, do I like what I'm doing here? And then make tweaks and then share with you guys once I decide my final product. I love my mantle design. It's very happy. I have a very easy setup back here for the dining room. We are very active dining room users, so I can't be one of those moms who has like a full tablescape with plates and cups and all napkins and things. No, we need our dining room table functional. So I'm showing you a very cute, chic, functional dining table set. And then I have the new entryway that I just installed, decorated. I don't love it though. Like I can't fall in love with it. Jonathan and a couple of my friends were like, it is great. Just share it. So I'm gonna let you guys just kind of lean in and give me some help on that. But first, let's just go right back here to my little dining room. It's a breakfast nook, but it's the only thing we've got as a dining room to show you how I set that up. Real clean, simple, and easy. Okay. So this is technically a breakfast nook, but it's all we have for a dining room, so it's our dining room. Let me slide this over. Simple and sweet. If you are a mom person who uses the space and you're like, I cannot have like a charger and a plate and a bowl and not gonna work. So I simply took the garland and a few other items to create. Let me pull these chairs back because I feel like you're gonna be able to see better. Okay, this is the black Easter basket that came not this Easter, but the Easter before, I believe. Such a universal piece, super easy to decorate with. I have just filled it with pumpkins like that. And in the garland right here, you guys, I did nothing but fluff it. It is just fluffed. And so we're going to dive into this in a little bit. I have a lot of ideas, but I wanted to give y'all a raw, no berries added look at the garland fluffed. And then I have some tips and tricks to really easily and really cheaply elaborate upon. Next is my Lazy Susan idea. So this is the tray that I was like, you guys, I'm turning this into a Lazy Susan. And I did. I went onto Amazon and I bought this guy. It is not the greatest. It's only okay. I do have it linked below. If you find a better idea, let me know. Confession, I need to tell you guys, I did actually try gluing a fidget spinner to the bottom of this. It did not work, but that's how many different items I have tried. So once you get it balanced on there, it stays, it is level, it's not teetering, and it does spin. And I love, love, love this piece as a Lazy Susan. But as we scoot down the table, I wanted to show you this side. So I took the candle holder, and of course I have real candles really lit because I use real candles on all other things. And I put the little pumpkins at the bottom. They're just little baby pumpkins. You could put anything down there. You could put baby pine cones that you forage. We'll talk about that in a bit when we go over to the mantle. I'm about foraging fall leaves, pine cones, acorns, you name it. I will go outside, get it, dry it, preserve it, and use it. So you could put just about anything down here, or you could put nothing down here. I have this on this side, opposite of the Easter basket we got with the garland like this. My kids love candlelit anything, candlelit games, candlelit dinner, candles outside. And so this is a fun little element for them. And it's just over here by our homemade Lazy Susan, which is a really fabulous thing. I wish I should have filmed myself gluing the fidget spinner on there because it was actually quite hilarious. And the kids and I were popping it apart and we were trying all these different things. And at the end we were like, that's a good idea, but not the best, not the best. So when it comes to this, let me scoot this over right here. This is the raw garland. This is the raw garland with nothing added into it, which as you can see, it looks great. I want to confess, this is a petite farm table. It is a custom. It is the smallest dining room table you could order if you went into a store, because once again, I have a dining room table and a breakfast nook. So it's going to lend to making this look a little bit larger than it is. But if you like this as is, I have it swirled, you're done, good to go. Another thing that would be a really great idea is to watch the Decorated Facebook Marketplace page. There is, if you don't know what that is, go down below. I do have the link. There is a whole marketplace where you can pick up decorated items, home decor items, that people don't need. Like say they got in their box, but it's not a match for them. Or maybe they've already used it for 2 years. It's in mint condition and they're ready for something new. The same applies for you. If you're like, hey, I've had a decorated for 3 or 4 years now, and some of these items are in such good condition, but I just don't need to use them anymore. I'm ready for something new. Head up that page to sell, trade, whatever your stuff. My thoughts were getting 2 garlands. So if somebody lists their garland, buy it and then double them up and you will have yourself the perfect thickness. Like it will be gorgeously thick. You can wind them. So the leaves on this one travel this direction. So your new one you would get, I would recommend you put it opposite so that you have branches that are going both ways and you can wind it through. But one of the things Decocrated showed in one of their videos is you could just add bundles of things. Bundles of poinsettias during Christmas, bundles of white berries, or this is what I'm probably going to end up doing. These. So you can run to Hobby Lobby and they have bundles that look exactly like this. You have seen me use these bundles if you've been around no time at all over. I have stuck these in things around things. They've been on windows, mirrors, in vases. Go pick up 1, maybe 2 of these. I think they're like $7 each bundle if you get them on the 40% off sale. Take those bundles and pull off the individual stems so they look like this. And you end up with a bunch of them, right? Take those bundles and tuck them in. So we're just right here in front of you. I'm going to just tuck in a few. So wherever we see a gap. So like for me, I'm like kind of looking through here. That feels a little gapish. So I'm just going to take it. You can just tuck them in like that. See how thick that got? Let's see right here. This is another spot. It looks a little bare to me. I'm going to tuck that in. Look how thick it is now. It really adds a good amount of bulk. So depending on how thick you want it to be, you could get a couple of these, go all the way down. It'll add a little bit of thickness and you could add a pumpkin or whatever on top. This is super versatile for you to use for every single season. Think about that. It's a base green. So you could add spring flowers. You could add dried acorns. You could add, sky's the limit. Deco showed it with pumpkins. So if you're like me and you're like, I want it to be really hardy, go get a bunch of these and plug in a bunch of these all the way down and you'll have yourself this like big, luscious, over the top garland for still not that much because you didn't have to get your base. You're not having to get a bunch of floral wire. You're not having to do that initial design. You're just going to plug these in. And then if you're like, I don't want to just sit them on top, Sam, I want them to attach, you can wrap green floral wire. Just wrap it, wrap it, wrap it. Or you could touch it with hot glue. Dab of hot glue, set it on top. Dab of hot glue, set it on top. You do not have to be a crafter. You do not have to be a DIYer. This is a very cheap and very easy hack to turn this into just about anything you want it to be. Okay, I think this is super cute. I have this Lazy Susan base linked down below if you want to go check that out. If you have a great Lazy Susan base that you think we should check out, let us know. This one does work good. I just don't love all the way this gap. It's not. And with the fidget spinner, it wouldn't balance this way. You could barely touch it and it would go and it would spin really easy. Whereas this one, to be purposeful in your spinning, which I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. All right, let's put this back together because it looks so cute. I love looking at it. And let's head in and play with the mantle for a little bit. Okay, the mantle. Of course, I have to decorate the mantle. It's like my favorite place to decorate in the whole house. And I kind of wondered when I built that new entryway if like my opinion would sway on that and I would kind of start to like that a little bit more, but the answer is no. My mantle is still my staple. And I think it's because when you walk in the front door, it's the first thing you see. And when you walk out of my office door, it's the first thing you see. When you walk out of my bedroom, it's the first thing I see. So it's just, I don't know, a happy spot. And if you've been around here at all, you know I have to decorate around my centerpiece, my anchor piece, so to speak. So let me get the piece I'm going to hang right here and we'll start building out around this. Pretty much everything I'm using for this design is Decocrated, and Decocrated. Like I am using a bunch of Decocrated stuff to build out a design from past boxes and current boxes. You've probably heard me mention this a few times already, but I just really want to be cognizant of my budget. And so what I'm doing here is a lot of the items that I already had I'm using to decorate, and then I'm using stuff from past boxes to decorate. In that way, now that I've expanded and as my DIY projects in this house continue to grow, which means I have more opportunity to decorate, more spaces to decorate, my budget gets a little thin if I'm constantly buying new stuff. And then honestly, it's just not a good use of resources. And so I'm going to be repurposing a lot of things. So if you've been following me for a little bit and you've purchased some of these items, you're going to love this because we're building on the few items that I've purchased and a lot of the subscription boxes we have received. So I bought this last year, the year before at Hobby Lobby. Just a very simple sign. I really love it though. With this sign, remember, I don't put mirrors up here because if I hung a mirror right here the whole time you and I are decorating, y'all would be looking at lightings and microphones and cameras and people and the junk I hide behind my camera. So at any point, feel free to improvise and put a mirror here. It would decorate and look just as cute as a sign would. You just won't be seeing me do that because then all my indiscretions would be exposed. We jokingly call this the paddle around here. We say we're going to paddle people if they misbehave. We've never paddled anybody, but it's a pretty funny running joke. But it also makes me think of like, what's that game where you swing this, you hit the ball, then you have to run back and forth between like two poles? Not cricket. There's a game. What is the game? So this reminds me of that game. I've never used it for practical food type items, but I have definitely used it to add elevation to decor. So I just stole this out of my kitchen a couple days ago, and I'm going to add it right here to add elevation on that side of my display. Voila. So next I have the candle holders. I don't remember what box these came in, but they came in recently, and they look super cute with the paddle and this frame. This is an example of where I totally use real candles with real flames on something that they said not to. I can't advise you to do that because then, you know, if you like burn your house down, that's on me. But I'm just saying I have done it. It has worked well. Obviously, you can see these candles are well loved. And I think it looks so cute in the design when you have real candles kind of showing up. So I don't remember which box this vase came in, but it's from one of our home decor subscription boxes. And then these wheats on top are the same wheats I have been showing y'all for over 10 years. Like literally, I bought them over 10 years ago, already dried, and I have reused them and reused them and reused them more times than I knew were possible. So yeah, here's this little guy. And then on this side, I want to add the sweater weather sign. Of course, I can flip it over at any point to show this guy. What I'll probably do is going to be like this. So this will go here. Let me grab. I've had this pumpkin for forever. If you've watched me decorate, you've seen this pumpkin a million times. I bought these over 10 years ago. I'm going to slide it in here to give a touch of green. And I'm putting it upright with the stem like this. So this is August and September. October, totally just decorated for Halloween just now. November, it is that easy. And one of the things I did is I unboxed this box and I went straight to Hobby Lobby. I've gone to Hobby like, I don't know, every day for 2 weeks I feel like. Just to peek in and see what they're doing. Things I noticed is, although, yes, there were signs like this at Hobby Lobby, and I think the quality is on par. They match. Hobby Lobby did not have double-sided items. Now, I went early in the season, so that changes. But as of right now, early in the season, there are no double-sided items at all. And that is one of the things that Decocrated perfected early on that I personally love. I have a small house, and I have limited storage. And I allocate that storage very particularly. So any item that can be used more than once is golden in my book. So voila, that guy there. I want to swing over to this side and add some elevation over here. Remember, everybody has different styles. I love things thick and layered and heights and depths, and I want more is more. That's how I gel. Whereas my husband thinks it's always a bit cluttered. And he's like, less is more. Let's back up a little bit. So as I'm decorating, I'll see him walk by and he's just like, so if you were like my husband and you're like, that was cute before you added whatever item, yank it out. Whatever makes you happy is what you should do in your home because you are the one that's going to look at it all day. So tweak any design you see by anyone at any time to really match what you love most. Okay, that's a big mantra of mine. Your home is such a precious space and you need to love everything that's in it. Let me go grab the autumn crate. So this autumn crate came in our subscription box years ago, and it had this plaque for autumn for fall. You can take this plaque off and there's a Halloween one you pop on. So when you go and flip this guy around for Halloween, you can swap the plaque and you're reiterating the design in these two pieces alone. I just have a mix of pumpkins that I bought at Hobby Lobby in here. They're varying colors and sizes. Then I have a mix of pine cones that I collected last time I was in Houston, Texas, and last time I was in Washington. How do you say it? Sam? It says Sam. I called it Sam. I was like, Sam's going to Sam in Washington. It's been fabulous. That's where I was, and I got literally, like, I brought home a suitcase of pine cones. It was absolutely amazing, and they're all in here. Like, if you look at my pine cones here, see how this one's shaped? And then that's a Washington pine cone. And then here's a Texas pine cone. So this one's shaped like this. So yeah. Other tip, spend your money on the things you can't get. Forage the things you can get. I have 2 dishcloths stacked down here. So the bottom half of this is just dishcloth. I think if I get it close enough, you probably can see them. Try to get dishcloths that are a matching color to this, and then only fill the top half with the stuff you have to go buy at the store. That way you save money. Nobody can even see what's down there anyways. And then for the double-sided art. I did not realize this was a repeat phrase until y'all told me in the unboxing video. The sign, the black sign that's like long and narrow and it spins and it has a phrase on each side. Y'all pointed out that phrase is on one side, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is. I did not even notice. I'm not going to put the words up because I am in love with this. I think this is absolutely beautiful and describes what I was saying in a video I released maybe 2 weeks ago, that I want less traditional fall and more peachy color vibes for the season. So I'm putting this guy up first. I'm using the frame that came in. I do not remember which box. Deco Creators, can y'all hook it up and comment with the box that this frame came in? And I'm just going to set it over here. So I've had these 3 stems sitting around. This is it. I just have 3. That's it. And I was like, what a random set of stems. I don't remember how I got them or why I got them. But I had them thrown on the floor over there. When I realized how well they coordinate with this, the colors and everything are really spot on together. So I decided to just merely prop them up back here. So this guy here, and then just set these back here. They've got some depth. They're kind of hanging into the Hello Fall sign. It's just like a cute little touch that I was like, okay, that works for me. And I can't remember which one of these goes with that sign. It really doesn't matter. The one that you got, feel free, so I'm going to scoot this back a little bit, to just plug it over here. Either one of them are going to look good. So there's that one. And there's that one. It's a win-win. Either way, it looks really cute. And you can just pop it on the opposite side to balance out the color for the sweater weather. And so you could be done. If you are on the less is more category, you could be done. And I think that this is absolutely beautiful. It tells a beautiful fall story. It has beautiful colors. I just am a more is more girl. So if you're in the more is more girl category, here we go. So I got these from the Deco Created shop, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. It was a set of 2 baskets. Freaking love them. Use them all the time, And so I'm going to put them over here. I'm going to set them like that. And I'm gonna put my pumpkins like so on the inside, and then I'm gonna decorate on top. We also got this in a Decocrated box, fall, I don't remember which one. It's super cute. It has a cute little saying on it. I am going to put that guy down here, but I don't like the way he looks like this, so I'm gonna grab this magnolia wreath. So a girlfriend of mine owns this really cute floral shop in North Houston called Bramble and Bee. And on certain holidays, she would pop up items that we could just come in and shop. And so I purchased this wreath, and then I have a second one. You've probably seen it out in the front of my home that is huge. So when I bought them, they were all green, like green, 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 fresh magnolia wreaths. But magnolias dry beautifully. So once they dried, they turned into this. And I've been decorating with them for probably 10 years now. I've had these for forever. And if you look, you can see like the leaves have broken off. They're not perfect by any means, but it doesn't matter. It's a natural organic product. You could also make these if you wanted to, just gathering magnolias out of a tree. It'll be green at the beginning and then it'll be this at the end. I'm gonna tuck this guy back here to add some depth, some color, and some natural textures. I love natural textures, hence the pine cones I foraged. Cute. Let's add a couple more things. My kiddos picked out this owl 4 or 5 years ago. That's something that they liked. It's supposed to hold a candle. You can see in the back. We've never put a candle in it. It was like $15 from Hobby Lobby. And so this guy is always just floated around. I think when I see it, it reminds me of them and their excitement of making one of their first home decor purchases. And so he usually pops up in different places. And then these are the 2 little pumpkins, whoopsie, that go with that green guy that I've had for years. Just gonna kind of reiterate the color, reiterate those textures by stacking them there. And they're just made out of like vines, like maybe even grapevines. I don't know, super cute. So once again, you could be done. You'd be like, that's it, done. Great, this is so chic, so cute. But not me. I have to put more things over here. So let me show you what I have in mind. You're super shocked, right? My basket of blankets. Everybody knows I keep a basket of blankets right here. I have 3 different blankets rolled up in the matching basket that goes to that guy. My kids and my family use those every single day. And it's just super easy. They pull it out, they use it. The kids throw it on the ground. They fold it hot dog. No, they throw it on the ground. They fold it hamburger, hot dog, and then they roll, which is the same way they pack their sleeping bags. So they can fold them that quick. They throw them back in there and we go on. It's great. Because I'm a more is more girl, I'm gonna add the pumpkin over here to add a little touch of color. I love a little touch of color. Put that guy there. And then I was fine. And I had like called it quits on this, except for my mudroom and my kitchen's right here. And when I was looking this direction, it was like womp womp back here. So I added this little lantern back here for nothing more than the aesthetic of the person who is walking in this direction. It looks cuter. It isn't necessary for the forward-facing design. And so here we go. At any point, you could have swapped, stopped, or ended, but I'm me, and this right here is like my heaven. Here, I should do this. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna have Jonathan take a picture like this because I think this is kind of cute. Okay. Next, we'll go to the entryway, the long gray piece. I have a few different things I designed there that I want to show you guys with past decorated pieces and current decorated pieces. Okay, the last space I want to share with you guys is this entryway. So my front door is over here, the mantel's right here. So it is in the same room, so I wanted to coordinate, but I don't want it to match. And this is a space that I kept saying, I don't know how I feel, I don't know. And everybody in my life was like, just share it. It's great, and what people don't like, they'll tweak. So I am diving in with that preface that I'm still learning this space. For some reason with this space, I like less items, but I haven't been decorating with less items. And I think that's where it comes down to where I'm like, what do I want to do? So that you can see better, I think I'm literally just going to kind of like split this in half, show you decorating on this half, show you decorating on this half, and then zoom out to see the final product. So let's head over here. Okay. Few things. This is one of my favorite sayings in the world. It's from the movie Anne of Green Gables, and it says, "I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers." So usually each season in some form or fashion, I print this off, put it in a frame, and put it up, just because it is a very happy, and I leave it up all fall. It's a very happy saying. And so obviously needed him out. These are the spring florals that I mentioned that I wanted to reincorporate those once again. Budget focus, like trying to use the things I already had. I already wanted to do peachy pinks. And so I went and picked up these from Hobby Lobby. They're little pumpkin stems. They are $9.99. I got them at the 40% off. And added them in. I left the tags on just so we could chat about it. I'll pull them afterwards. But I just put them in like this. What I need to know from y'all is, A, does that even look good with those colors? And it does have a balance on this other side, so I'll show you that in a sec. Does this bother y'all that the stems are 3 different stems and they're kind of like at this eye level? This kind of drives me nuts. But I went to cut them down, and then I didn't like it because I like that they are extending into this art, that there's a little bit of overlap. I don't know. I need feedback. I love the colors. I love the concept. I love the budget that has been spent. The other thing I love that I added was, this is the bottom of the bird cage thing from our last box. I just put this greenery that came in another subscription box and a couple more of those pine cones I told you I totally gathered and brought back from Washington. Set it there really simply and tucked it down here. These pumpkins right here are both from Hobby Lobby. They're just a woven pumpkin. This one was $19.99, so 40% off. So what is, I don't know what that is, 12 bucks or something. So I got a couple of these of different shapes and sizes there, just to kind of add that pop to match the basket. What I'm trying to figure out is, I love it like this. And that's so funny. For all the complexity that I put on that mantle, I'm really enjoying this being naked. But I feel like I need to add a couple more things in. I love, love, love this pumpkin we got in our last box. So I was definitely thinking adding green over here and adding some depth. But what I didn't know is if I should also add some natural elements. Like, should I put the pine cones as well to kind of add in and tie in? And these pine cones are all over here as well. That's another reason. I was like, I need to balance. Do we like this over here? What do we think? I also have a bunch of real fall leaves. I didn't get many, but every book that I brought with me to Washington was stuffed full of leaves and brought back and dried. Now, by that, I mean I forgot about them and I left them in the book. And then not that long ago, I was like, hey, where's that book full of fall leaves? And sure enough, I have a ton of gorgeous dried fall leaves. Now, I didn't dry them in a real manner, so they're fragile and they break. Next time I'll do a better job. Do I put them out? Like, do I take a few of these guys because they have such a good story and they have such good color, and just kind of lay them out? Nothing overly thought out, nothing super staged, just kind of, I don't know. Like, look at this guy. He's a 2-in-1. They're connected. Something like this? What do y'all think? Does it make it too complex? Does it make it not complex enough? I don't know. I keep going back and forth on this design. So tell me what you think. What do you think of the stems? What do you think of the colors? What do you think of it being heavy on one side and blank in the center? Would love to know your opinion. But before you really can like formulate an opinion of what you're seeing here, we need to bounce over here and let me show you what's on this side. Okay, and here's the opposite side. Not a lot has changed. All right, so here's that art. This is the same piece. It's still hanging in the same spot. In fact, this is the same vase, the Dorothy Jean vase. It's hanging in this, it's sitting in the same spot. I just replaced the greens by adding in more color. Everything in here is dried except for these guys. I went and snagged these from Hobby Lobby. Oh boy, okay, they're really hot. I'm not gonna try to yank that out. These are just faux florals that I added in to add, once again, that balance, that pop of color. So with this guy, I was thinking the tray, I don't remember which box this tray came in, but this tray is super cute. The neutral woods look so good with the shelf. I have our little pumpkin right here. I have a tray of baby pine cones, and I have to show you this. Like, it's so cute. I gathered all of these teeny tiny baby pine cones with my own hands and put them all in this vase, and then found this guy, and he is, I guess, a half or a part of a pine cone, but it looks like a bloom, and I just knew in that moment that all of my hands and knees on the ground picking things up had just come full circle. And you can see on the bottom here, I have all of the leaves, the same dried leaves I just showed you as a base for this. So I was thinking this guy should go in the center over here. Should I put it like dead center, like boom, like that? Or should I put it at a bias, like over here? Let me decorate a little bit more throughout this space, and then we can vote on where does the tray go. So on the shelves, let me show you what I'm thinking. So the Hello Pumpkin sign, this is like the same set as I showed you earlier, except for the opposite. So it's not the same at all, but you know what I mean. It's the other customization. I think it really is kind of a great size for right here. And then I was just gonna lean one of my fall leaves up against it. Something like that, just to tie in the color. You could leave it alone. Once again, if simplicity is your name, like pull the leaf off and just set it center. So I thought that guy here, and then on here I wanted to add, I have all sorts of options. So I have these pumpkins that I love because they match these guys that are the same colors of what we've got going on here. So I was like, what if those are just stacked? But we have this guy from our last box, which is really, really cute. I feel like you can't see. There we go. This guy is so cute. You swap it around, the back of it's Halloween. So it would easily coordinate with him. So I didn't know if we should put him over here, like literally next to the fall leaves. That leaf is the same shape as that leaf. I feel like it's like telling a little story. And then I have a few other decorated items. So this is the vase. I filled it with those baby pine cones. I think it looks so cute. And I was like, okay, baby pine cones there. I have these two pumpkins that came in one of our last decorated boxes that I most definitely want to use. Where did I put the autumn? Okay, here's the autumn sign. I was like, where did I put that? I've gone back and forth, and I really love him nestled in the autumn leaves. Like them pouring over this right here, like speaks to me. So I've gone back and forth, like, do I put these guys here? And then I've got the leaves again. Do I sprinkle leaves around? Like, do I do something simple? Like, you can see I've got one sitting right there. Do I set these just kind of wherever they fall, whatever colors, whichever direction, like this? And then, do we leave that there, or is it too heavy on this side? So I actually should just center him here. I don't know, and I guess the good news is it kind of feels like a win-win, because like as you're looking down through this, I feel like it's so many of the things are reiterated. And I think this is what art card is this, you guys? The fall breeze and autumn leaves. I don't remember, but it matches so perfectly with these foraged items. Dried real, just pine cones. They're not dried, they're not real. I don't know. These are dried grasses, except for that is a faux stem, but these are all just dried grasses that were cut down. So I'm like really digging the more natural vibe here, but I need you to vote. Let me give you one more pan of this side, and then I want to show you the outline. Okay, so here's the full picture. What do you guys think? Does it work? I would love your feedback. I love the colors, and I feel like it's so close. I don't know. And the tray. Do we keep the tray center? It looks so lonely to me. They're centered. So I think it needs to shift to one side or the other. Does that seem to flow better? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Maybe the tray needs to go onto the coffee table and not be there at all. Very open to feedback as I am learning this new space, playing with new colors, and definitely trying to work within a defined budget. Okay. 3 spaces. We did it. And it's 3 spaces all with deco-created things. Y'all, I've been a member since 2018, so I have enough stuff to decorate 3 complete spaces, which is crazy because there's a lot of stuff I didn't use, like a lot of stuff that I could have used and didn't. And so I have to say, I'm feeling really pleased with how cute these spaces all look together. I want to do this again. I want to do this again so bad. These videos are very time consuming. I have to have a lot of help to build them, a lot of brain power to design them, but I have really cool boxes coming with White Home Woods. I'm loving the stuff that they sent. Third and Main, loving the stuff they sent. We have the new Season House box. I want to plug that in as well. So I'm not promising more fall decorate with me's, but I need you to know I'm going to try my very, very hardest to create a few more to share with you guys. Maybe one with a more modern feel, clean lines and modern. My husband would love that. And then I would love to try my hand at a contemporary. My house is not built real contemporary, but I think I have enough elements and pieces to create at least one contemporary, maybe two. So if you have not already subscribed to the channel, that's how you're going to follow up with these. If you want notifications, hit the bell. It'll notify you. Because I'm going to try my hand and get some cool fall stuff going. Of course, you know I go crazy for Halloween. So Halloween unboxings are coming up next, as well as Halloween decorate with me's will follow these. And then, of course, we'll go crazy for winter and Christmas. So basically, now's the time to subscribe because all of the good stuff is coming. Okay, so let's stop filming videos and t-shirts and shorts. But this is me, hair back, barefoot, running around decorating, about to go celebrate with a glass of sparkling rosé and start brainstorming fall part 2. I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing late summer. And if you subscribed, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye, y'all.